AET Video 4. In this lesson, we will handle a transaction for community service. To begin with, you'll want to get your screen set up as I have here, where you have your AET account over on the right side, and then we have the transactions as an image over on the left side. Let's do a quick review of how to do that. First of all, go ahead and log in as you learned how to do in video 1. Let me know if you have any questions about that, or you are welcome to review that short video on how to do that. Once you have that completed, go ahead and go to Google Classroom. And for this video, we have the lesson at week 10, AET Video 4. And so within that assignment, there's an image. And just like you did in the previous video, go ahead and click on that image, open it in a new window, download, and then head over to your downloads window. Find the image, right-click, preview, and then you can resize that window and move it into place. And then when you have that done, compare your screen to mine, and then we are ready to move on and deal with an October 31st, 2018 transaction. So let's take a look at this transaction. On October 31st, 2018, you spent 8.4 hours assisting the Tule Lake Elementary School with the Youth Halloween Candy Extravaganza. The skill area for this event is CRP .01. So there's a couple things that we need to be aware of here. And one of them is that we're going to have to do a calculation here for this 8.4 hours. And we will have to convert that 0.4 hours to minutes. And we'll get to that here in just a bit. But first of all, let's head over to the journal. And we're going to the journal because there is no money involved with this transaction. It's just time. And you will recall from previous discussions that the two types of information we enter into the AET are time and money. And time is always recorded in the journal. And once again, you can go to this image here for the journal or to the tab at the top. Both take you to the same place. Now we take a look at what type of transaction this is, and it's community service. So let's take a look at the choices we have. Classroom, SAEs, community service activities. We have what looks like a clock here and a building representing community services. Let's select that. Alright, so the first thing to do is go to the date. Now notice here that we could type the date in directly, or we can use the conveniently located calendar. If you click right on the date, it will give you access to the years. Then we can go back in time to 2018, and then we can pick the month. This is a nice way to do it because there are times when we need to know on what day a particular date occurred. Let's go ahead and choose October 31st of 2018. The category is already selected for us, community service. The group that you served. So for this transaction, you can see here it's the Tule Lake Elementary School. Next, we need to add a skill area. And our transaction tells us to go to CRP .01. So here it is, CRP, Career Ready Practices, .01. Model personal responsibility in the workplace and community. Click Add. Then click Save and back to the journal entry. And there is our CRP. Next, we need a description. I helped TES in running the Youth Halloween Candy Extravaganza. Next, we need to put in our time. So we're told it's 8.4 hours, but notice here in the AET we have to separate hours and minutes. So we know we have 8 hours, but how many minutes is 4/10 of an hour? We need to do a calculation. Let's get a calculator. So ask yourself, how many minutes in an hour? That's right, 60 minutes. So we need to take 4/10 of that, which would indicate multiplication. 0.4 times 60, because there are 60 minutes in an hour. 24 minutes. If you had any pictures for this event, you could, at this point, click Select and go ahead and load those in as further proof of your involvement in this particular activity. Following the pictures, you can then save and complete this transaction. Let's go over and review our journal entries so far. And there it is. We have one for the year of 2018, showing all categories. We have October 31st, 2018. The date we just updated it. For me here it was October 24th. And so we show the type of activity, who we helped, and what you did during that activity. And there is your time right there. 8 hours, 24 minutes. And one skill was completed for that, and that was that CRP that we entered. So make sure your transaction looks like this. The only difference will be the updated date, and that's okay, not a problem. Have me come by and take a look at it. And that will conclude AET Video 4, Handling a Community Service Transaction.